Hey guys, John V from PhoneArena. I'm here in New York City. I'm hanging out with HTC and I'm checking out the HTC Desire EYE. It's an upcoming smartphone coming out this fall. They didn't specify an exact time frame or pricing, but you can know it's coming here to the US, maybe not all carriers, but it's coming as well as in Europe. Now, seeing that this is a part of the Desire family, its design language is different from the M8 that we know here in the US, but I kind of equate this to the Butterfly 2 that I checked out not too long ago. Instead of a metal body, it's all plastic construction, but still very stylish at the same time. They managed to do a pretty good job in designing the phone, pretty sturdy construction. So gone is that premium finish, but instead you still have a very stylish phone that has a water-resistant element to it. So you don't have to worry about it getting damaged because you're using it in the pool or if you're in the shower. It's water-resistant. It has an IPX7 rating to be exact. The design is pretty clean. Now it's flat on the front and in the back. By that I mean that it's basically just uniformly flush. There are no there are no parts of it that are coming out or jutting out from the surrounding surfaces like the camera lens. Everything is just flush. Even the buttons per se, I'm not too particularly fond of how they're a little bit hard to distinguish with my fingers, but when you press them down, they have at least a nice response. Now you can see that it's plastic. It has a soft touch matte finish almost to it, so pretty grippy in the hand. Now for something with a 5.2-inch display, it's definitely pretty large in overall size in comparison to other phones like the Galaxy S5, which has almost a similar size display. So there's a lot of bezel on the top and on the bottom of the, actually more so on the top of the handset here. I do like the color accent here. Now they have two models, a red one and a blue one. Now it just has a really nice contrasting look with the white, and it's seamless. So there's nothing really like coming out with its design. It's pretty uniform, and it's pretty skinny too and lightweight for a phone of this size. Now the display, it's a 5-inch 1080p panel, similar to the one in the HTC One M8, and from what I saw, it's pretty good. It has some great viewing angles, pretty potent brightness output, and the color reproduction is very neutral. So a lot of good things about it. It's not quad HD, unfortunately, but hey, for what it's worth, it gets the job done. Now, just like the Butterfly 2, instead of using an ultra-pixel camera, they've opted to go with a beefy 13 megapixel one. So, one of the more underwhelming parts about the M8 was its camera performance, but with this, hopefully they've kind of ironed it out in hopes, maybe getting some better results out of the camera. So 13 megapixel camera, 1080p video recording at the most. Again, it would have been nice to see 4K. It has a dual LED flash, no optical image stabilization. Now, as its name implies, it's the HTC Desire EYE for a reason, because it has a pretty beefy front-facing camera. So if you love taking selfies, this is going to be something that you might be attracted to, because it also packs along a formidable 13 megapixel camera. It also has a dual LED flash right there in the front, and I believe it's an f2.2 aperture lens in there, where the rear one here is an f2.0 aperture lens, wide angle. So nice thing about it, you can include a lot of your friends. The quality of it, I've seen, again, this is a pre-production model. I wasn't particularly too impressed with the results, especially in lower lighting conditions. When there's ample lighting, it's great. It's pretty solid. You have some really nice looking sharp details, good color reproduction, good balance with everything. But in lower lighting conditions, I tend to see a lot of digital noise, which kind of softens its tone. So who knows if going higher at 13 megapixel really makes it any better than the M8's 4 megapixel ultra pixel camera. The hardware underneath, it's packing a quad-core 2.3 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 chipset with 2 GB RAM. So the performance is going to be top-notch, and with Sense 6.0, it ran pretty smoothly, no slowdown whatsoever. Now, it's running the same interface as the M8, so you have your motion launch gestures, the same modern design of Sense 6.0, but they've kind of optimized the camera experience. The camera app in particular has several new modes that cater to the selfie. Not only does it track your face when you're smiling, you can even initiate taking a photo by say cheese or start recording. I can't remember what the exact phrase was for video recording, but you could do that without having to press the button. And also has a dedicated shutter key, so that's really convenient. If you want to quickly take photos or videos, you could do that too. They have a crop me mode. They have a split view where basically it's shooting a photo in the front and the back, and it combines them into one. It's good, but not quite as comprehensive to what we've seen already with Samsung's implementation, how it uses the dual feature of the front camera and the rear camera to compose a nice image. So not as diversified in that regard, but still it's nice to have those options. You have also other modes as well, photo booth mode that you could use. And I'm not going to say yet how the quality is like with the camera, because again, this is a pre-production unit. I can't talk about until a final unit's available. I could check it out on a computer. Who knows? Maybe the quality might improve, but so far from what I've seen here, I wouldn't say that I'm totally wowed by it. But hopefully that thing changes, just because it's all about taking selfies, and in that, it's pretty unique. It just gives us a very different experience. So that's a quick hands-on look at the HTC Desire EYE, guys. If you want to learn more about it, you can check out our website, PhoneArena.com. It's John V. Thanks for watching.